Well, I'm here with Kenji Stiles, father of Chris Stiles, who is a champion golfer. I would say I've known Chris since he was 5, 6 years old.
Yeah.
From a little kid, our kids have
Yeah.
been playing together a long time. And Chris has won tournaments all over the place. He has won 3 California state championships. He won the Veritas Junior World Championship, and just recently he won the LA City Junior Championship. I would say, in my opinion, he is one of the top junior players in the country. I mean, it could be bigger than that, but he is an exciting kid to watch, and you're the man behind the scenes. Tell us a little bit about how you got Chris started in the game.
We started playing golf, Christopher, Nintendo Wii video games.
There you go.
We took him out to the course after playing the video game for about, I don't know, a month or so. My brother convinced me to take him out to the driving range, and I don't golf myself, so I didn't know much about it.
Wow.
And all I knew was to keep your head down and try to keep your left elbow straight. And I told him, you're going to swing and miss and don't get frustrated. And his very first shot was in the air and beautiful. He held his finish. It was perfect.
Wow.
I always tell him the best shot that he's ever hit was his first shot, because I was sold. I was motivated to continue.
So it's interesting. You didn't grow up playing golf.
No.
You're not a golfer.
No.
But yet your son is so, phenomenally talented. What were you thinking when other than, those initial thoughts? Did you think like, wow, like when you had the son, Chris, you must have thought other things.
I wanted Chris to play football. I was raising him to play football. He ran track when he was 5, played soccer when he was 4. I was looking for him to stay active and build his athleticism and his speed.
Yeah.
To get him ready at football at 7 years old. Once he ran track at 5, and he set a couple of records in our area. He was really athletic in track. My wife is a track star. She was a track star in high school.
All right.
That was going to be his sport, but like I said, once I saw him swing the golf club for the first time, I knew that was it.
Well, I've watched him grow up on the golf course, and he's always been impressive. A long hitter, and he's done some really cool things, and it's been exciting.
Thank you.
Just to see you with him. Tell us, what are some things you do in terms of practice and just getting him trained? We're at an AJGA event, and Chris is 13, right?
Yes.
So he's one of the younger kids in the field, and yet he can hold his own. Obviously, you train him exceptionally well. Share with us what you do.
In the beginning, we would practice 7 days a week when he was 6 years old, probably about 3 hours a day, 4 hours a day. Now he sees a physical trainer. They work out 2 days a week for about an hour and a half each, so 3 hours a day. And he eats right, sleeps right, and he has a swing coach, a physical therapist, and a chiropractor. There's a team.
A whole team,
There's
huh?
a team. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
What you would think a professional touring player would have, I would venture to guess most of these top juniors have that same amount of people working in behind the scenes.
Okay, so you are far along, the road. Now, if I'm a dad and I'm just getting started and I hear you, I'm like, oh my goodness, there's no way I can get there. But obviously it's a step-by-step process. What do you say to somebody just getting involved in junior golf for the first time and, run across people, like yourself that are really, really motivated?
I would say you have to know your level of interest in junior golf. One of my sayings is, a lot of parents get frustrated with their kid, and I believe that frustration comes when unrealistic expectations meet reality. Meaning when you expect your kid to do something that they're just not capable of, and you come to realization that they're not capable of because whatever the score they shot, then you begin to get frustrated. So in the beginning, I would say keep your expectations small. If you really want to go and join the Nationals tour, then you got to practice a lot. It's going to take 4 or 5 hours a day, because believe me, the competition
It's tough.
It is.
Wow. So who sets really kind of the goals in the family? Do you leave it up to Chris, or is it something you do? Tell me a little bit about that.
In the beginning, obviously at 5 or 6 years old, he didn't know too much about it. He just wanted to make his dad happy. So I would set the goals. Now he's 13 now, so now I'm letting him own his golf.
Awesome.
I don't push practice on him anymore or push anything on him anymore. He actually plays basketball.
Oh.
He plays 2 sports now, and so I let him decide what he wants to do with golf.
Awesome. That's great. Okay, so along the journey, there's obviously things you've learned along the way and probably made some mistakes here and there. Share with us something that you've done that maybe we should, or new parents getting in the sport should kind of watch out for.
In the beginning, like you know, Matt, Chris, he was a long hitter for his age. And by him being African American, a lot of people wanted to compare him to Tiger Woods.
Right.
And so when I first started in golf, in any sport for that matter, I envisioned, I mean, I'm 5'7". I wasn't super athletic in high school. I didn't envision my son being a professional football player. I was happy with him getting a scholarship to play football in college.
Yeah.
And so that was the same motivation that I had going into golf. I would just been happy with him getting a scholarship. As I got more into golf and I saw he had some talent, and listening to other people, my goals changed. It was more of he's going to be the next Tiger Woods. He's going to be this. He's going to be that. I started seeing dollar signs. I was like, oh man, we're going to be rich.
Right.
We're going to be rich. And that motivation, that stress, that pressure got put onto him in forms of, you have to do this. You got to practice. You got to do that. And so now that I've gone through that stage, I realized I was wrong at that time. And now I'm back to just, I'll be happy with the college scholarship. The pros, the PGA Tour, now that I've, like I say, I didn't know much about golf when I started.
Right.
Now that I know a little bit more, that's going to be up to him to decide. I can't want that or make that happen.
Right.
It's just too tough. So I would say for the new parents getting involved in this, like I said, keep your expectations real. and the lower the better. And let your kids exceed whatever it is you expect,
Right.
and you'll have a fun time in golf. And for me, golf has been wonderful. I would advise any parent to have their kid golf. It's a wonderful sport. It teaches the kids a lot.
Well, you know, it's really cool because, you know, I get to see dads with their sons or moms with their daughters or even sons. And for me, it's just encouraging to see the relationship, to see it grow, to see it foster, to see Chris look at you like, hey, that's my dad. You know, I trust that guy. And he's been in my corner the whole time, and you get to spend hours with him on the golf course, and that's time well invested.
Yes.
So it's encouraging to see, and it's really awesome to see a guy like yourself out there with this kid, knowing, hey, I saw dollar signs at the beginning, and I had to check myself and realize, hey, it's up to my son.
Right.
That's awesome. So give us one more tidbit as we close out here. What's something that you've done that you could share, a little secret maybe you want to give away to the new people entering the sport? It's like, hey, here's something I did that I think is really, really helpful.
For me, golf is an expensive sport. What I did was I went out and got sponsors. I asked a lot of people, your local clubs, your local people that golf that you see on the golf course every day,
Right.
to help out, to maybe give a $20 here, $30 here, so we can go to tournaments to enable us to compete on the national level, because it's $1,000 a tournament when it comes down to it.
Travel and all that,
traveling
yeah.
And yeah, and then if you got to have adequate practice facilities, and it'd be helpful to have that comp to you instead of having to spend. For instance, I was spending $25 a day on range balls and golf cart and stuff like that, and that adds up over a course of a month. So I would say to try to help to get some sponsors behind you.
That's a good point, and it's good that people are willing to help out because you know, junior golf it's an expensive sport. It's less expensive than some of the other travel sports out there that, you know, you would think would be less expensive.
Right.
But even like you said, range balls are expensive and they add up. And
Right.
for many people, it's even cheaper to join a private club because you get free range balls and practice areas. But there's a lot of good advice there. Kenji, I appreciate you spending the time with us.
Thank you.
You know,
Matt.
and supporting Junior Golf House. We appreciate it and wish you the best of luck this week.
Thank you.